What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna keep working on this guy. I got a bunch of powder coated parts we're going to install. Stay tuned to see the final result. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with the subframe, which is this guy right here. We're gonna install that and then go from there. What we also got here is the parachute mount here, what you call the crash bar on the car. That's where the parachute mounts. That's the V mount for that rear assembly, control arms, camber arms, and trailing arms. And that's the parachute one. So we're gonna go ahead and install all that. Actually, before I do that, can we just appreciate the powder coating work? See, the camera is having a hard time picking that up. It's such a nice color, and the finish is pretty amazing. So again, if you want to get anything powder coated and you're in the Central Florida location, make sure to hit up M&A Powder Coating. I'll leave a link on the description below, just like last time. Everything orange on this car is being powder coated by them. Alright, so now that the subframe is installed, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the trailing arm and the rest of the stuff. I put the heim joints at the ends, so you can see the bushings, so ready to go. But I'm gonna start with this guy. Alright, so now that I got these pretty much hanging on there by the control arm, I gotta start putting on the camber on the other little, I guess it's a control arm. It's more like a linkage that holds this thing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start install this now. Alright, so I got the sway bar installed. As you can see, I had to make those cute little end links and place the sway bar above the control arm. So you can see here. Reason why is because underneath it was sitting a little too low, and since I want to have a flat bottom, it was going to be the lowest point, so I didn't want that to happen, and I moved it up. Now I'm hoping that the suspension is not going to compress more than that. It's about 1.5 inches of compression. It's pretty hard right now. I started jumping on the back of the car just to see how much it will move, and it didn't even move 1/4 inch. So I guess it will take some trial and error, see what's gonna do. Worst that is gonna happen is that the suspension is gonna bottom out there, so it's just gonna hit, and then that will let me know that I gotta rethink my decisions here. Now up here, I pretty much got everything set as far as ride height and everything else goes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start tightening up these bolts, but I'm gonna put some Loctite, some red Loctite on the treads, just to make sure that they hold on to vibrations a little better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to all these bolts up here, and then I'm gonna do some type of an alignment out here. This wheel is actually not too bad in terms of camber. It's pretty straight. I'm gonna pull some dimensions out of it just to make sure it's pretty decent. Now this one over here though, this guy has a little bit of camber. You can see it right there. So I'm gonna have to adjust that again just to get it close enough. I'm gonna eventually get it aligned, but for now I just need the wheels to sit straight as possible. Alrighty guys, I got everything back together. This is all tight and ready to go. Same thing with the underside. The wheel doesn't have as much camber anymore. So I dialed everything as best as I could. At first I was using this guy. Then I went ahead and started using the iPhone. And the iPhone is, you know, it will give me 0 on everything. So you can't argue this little ball. This little ball is more accurate. So then I went ahead, I moved on to this guy. And in fact, that has the same accuracy as the little ball. So the iPhone was a little crazy. So I just use those two for now until I get it aligned professionally. Now the parachute is my next thing here. I'm having a problem where the powder coating was done too far in here. So this piece that slides into here is a really tight clearance. So because of the powder coating, it doesn't go all the way. So now I'm gonna have to grind it down a little bit so we can slide that thing in. So here's what I mean, guys. See, if I slide this guy all the way to the end, it was hidden there, and those holes don't line up. That right there, you can see it. It barely lines up there. So, and I did have a mark here, but unfortunately when he did the sandblasting, it got rid of the mark. So yeah, not biggie. I'm just gonna have to take about 1/8 of an inch all the way around here. There goes the parachute mount. It's nice and steady. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead now and mount the parachute to the plate here. Okay, so we got the bag all ready to go. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna paint the rear brakes to match the front. Alright, so I got the car back on the ground here. Everything is 100% complete. The only thing I'm missing is running the parachute cable out through the bumper and onto the actual parachute there. But since I'm gonna be removing the bumper again, I don't want to install it to then remove it. I did get some hood pins for the hatch because I'm not gonna be running the factory lock anymore. So I'm gonna put some hood pins in the back here, and that's it, I think. So I'm gonna try to demonstrate how that works, but it's super stiff. I'm jumping on the back of this thing and it's not moving. Maybe 1/8 of an inch. So it's super stiff. Let me show you that. So as you can see, I think I overdid it. I think I have way too much spring rate. It's on my softest setting on this shock absorber here. So yeah, that's really damn stiff. We'll see how that goes. I might have to get some different springs, something with less spring rate. These are 400 spring rate, by the way. So it takes 400 pounds to compress 1 inch. The rear of the car apparently is not heavy at all, so it ain't even moving. Anyway, moving along to the front of the car here, I think I have to pull the engine out, and the reason why is because I'm having a leak at the rear main seal, and trying to get the transmission out with the engine installed is such a pain in the ass. It's not even worth it. So it sucks. Ever since the first start, it was having that little issue leaking down there, which it don't make sense why it's doing that. It's a brand new rear main seal, so yeah, it sucks. And it's quite a leak. It's like a drop of oil every second, so it turns into a puddle real quick. Anyways, I'm gonna get to work on that. So with that said, I probably won't make it to FL2K. I'm gonna try my best, but I don't think it's gonna happen. This is gonna set me back a few days because, you know, I got a day job, so I don't have much time to work on it, only on the weekends. But yeah, so the rear is finished 100%. Brake lines ran, everything is ready to go there. So this is what's coming up next. I gotta fix that issue, and then I gotta keep on working on the wide body here. All right, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.